that it's how well they articulate what they know. So many people believe it's just the result that they've attained from what they know and what they've applied. So their thoughts and their actions got them a measurable result. What if the true answer that everybody was seeking was what you had to possess internally, and that was the sole ability to circumvent your feelings when an action needs to take place? What if that's all you needed to possess? If all you needed to showcase and document was the fact that no matter what, you can stick to the plan. That's all I've done. I'm not talented. I'm not even a good speaker. I'm not a good writer. I show up so often. I've put in so many reps. I've showed up so many times when it wasn't possible. It didn't seem humanly possible for me to do the task at hand. And I've showed up so many consistent times and just did the task at hand. Now, this level of repetition made me so confident at my ability to perform to where nothing ever mattered. It wasn't even the content I put out. It wasn't the workout I did. It was nothing more than the fact that I just actually did it. And then over time, the feeling I had inside throughout my day was only gauged on my productivity level. So if I didn't work out hard enough, I didn't feel good. Wasn't the result. If I didn't put out a good enough message, it didn't give me that high that I wanted. So I had to put out a better message, which was thinking more, planning more. I mean, what if your day, the next 24 hours, just the way you felt about your existence on this planet was solely attached to your level of productivity? It is. That's why you guys don't realize you will never feel good unless you do everything your conscience is calling you. And a lot of people are structuring their day due to what they think they want and they think will make them happy, opposed to that call from within, which they know is the path to them finally being freed from that incessant negative self-talk. That is it negative self-talk? Or is every negative notification internally, is that a call from the universe, a call from God for change? So people would think their anxiety is real. But what if that is just a notification internally that you failed to do these things today that are leading to the tomorrow that you need to create in order to walk your path to your destiny? So therefore it gets louder and louder. You get more and more anxious to where you're being made feel a certain way so that you will actually just get the fuck up and go do the work needed. Because once that call gets louder, that means it's more urgent. Once that feeling gets more intense, that means it's not going away. You have to do the work or you're going to be left with this feeling of discomfort, unease, that is borderline debilitating. Why would you believe the universe or God spoke to you in any other way except how he made you feel? I mean, my intuition is his voice. What I hear within is the guidance system. There's no distinction between anything else. I don't say, oh, well, maybe I could not do that. No, I was told to do it. It must happen. A lot of people, they'll look to numerology. They'll find synchronicities in their day. I'm like, you're still on level 1, baby boy? And they're like, what do you mean? I saw like 4 7s. I'm like, do you really still need to be told that your conscience is God? Do you really need to see certain events like that through your day to know that you're speaking directly to the source all throughout the day? Do you really need to see that? You don't really just know yet? That is baby level number 1. Oh, I saw this. No shit you did. It's because you didn't pay attention to the direct voice that you were hearing, you stupid motherfucker. When you come to those gates and you've fucking passed away and your life is no longer. The first thing before you take your last breath you're going to feel is massive regret for being such a fear-filled fucking pussy and fucking up your only life. That's the first thing that you're going to feel as you take your last breath. And as you walk to those gates and you meet your maker, the first thing he's going to say is, why the fuck didn't you listen to me? And it's going to be that same voice you've been hearing your entire life to make these moves, to take these chances, which aren't chances, it's just faith, and to walk your path of life. It's going to be that same voice, but you're going to be seeing a face to it. And you're going to be like, oh, that was you? And he's going to say, it was me, you fucking idiot. And the whole time you just told me, I don't know, and you chose yourself over me the whole fucking time. And if you would have just listened to that voice in your heart and you were honest, you would have lived you'd have been tested, what people call a test, but you would have lived the life you were supposed to live while you were on earth. And that's what's going to happen. You guys are so fucking crazy. How could you see what I've done and think anything else? Is it easy? No. I'm in the last 6 hours, I've had one of the dumbest tests land on my doorstep, and it's just outside people who still live in this fucking bullshit matrix, who are just leeches, and all your hard work they want to just steal from you and take from you. And these are parts of business that you can't avoid, or parts of life you really can't avoid when relationships go sour. And I'm not talking about me and Angie or anything. Our family's fine. But I'm saying when you get to a certain level, people just try to separate you from your money all day. And they don't realize they're going to pay for it massively. Essentially, if they get the money from you, they're going to go ruin their life with it. You're going to just know that's what's going to happen to them. You're not even wishing ill will. You're just like, why does it have to be this way? And you look above and he says, don't even worry. You're taken care of. So you just keep moving. But you guys, that voice inside, you don't need to see numbers. You don't need to fucking add nothing else up. You don't need to have a spirit, and there's nothing that you need to see as a synchronicity or numerology or any of this shit. The voice in your chest is the voice of creation. And if you listen to your fucking heart, moment by moment, as you're guided through this life, it will unfold perfectly. It doesn't mean it won't be filled with tests. Because if you're not tested, you're going to be one of these fucking bitches walking around who chose themselves the whole time. And then nothing ever went their way because they didn't listen to that voice. So nothing ever went their way. They chose themselves the whole time. They lived a pleasure-based life. And then they victimized their entire life and pointed fingers at people like me that chose the hard route, which was a voice supplied from God directly in their heart. And they walked it faithfully. I love you guys. You can only learn this through life experience. It's not going to come from study or anything. You're going to get up tomorrow and do everything that your conscience calls you to do. And you're going to do it the next day. You're going to do it the next day. And when you're an esteemed advocate of this message coming down from above, you're going to have lived so many consecutive days of this perfect path that you're going to finally realize what the fuck I'm talking about. Love you guys. Let's do this shit. Let's go.